to Be Latina's virtual pop-up shop, where we talk to extraordinary small business owners in the Latinx community about their businesses, their motivations, and their aspirations. Today, I'm talking to Evelyn Martinez, a queer Chicana from the Bronx, about her business named Chicana York. Thank you so much for joining us, Evelyn.
Thank you, Gloria, for having me here.
I'm so excited to chat with you. I have been window shopping on your website for a while. I have a bit of an earring addiction, and so I'm trying to not feed it so aggressively. But for you, I may have to break some of those rules.
I actually have I had an earring obsession since I was younger, so it'll the story of how this all started will really come full circle.
Awesome. So actually, go ahead. Tell us a little bit more about where that story started.
Okay. Well, I started my jewelry business at the end of July of this year, and it wasn't it was by accident actually, and all started on Fordham Road. If people know the Bronx or know of the Bronx, I went to a store that's called Dr. J's Women, and at that point in time, I was doing photography more often. I'm a professional photographer, and I saw a shirt that was like mesh, and it had this really nice print, like a photo on it, and it had like beads and these cute little pearls were embroidered onto it. And I saw the shirt, and I was like, I could make a shirt like that. I was like, I could probably sell it. It could be something that's kind of unique as a photographer to have as a product to sell. I was like, that could, help me get some more income. And, so I tried to make it, and I ordered shirts, and I bought a bunch of beads. And when I made the shirt, I was like, nah, I was like, this is not gonna work. Like, I tried so many times, Gloria, you don't even know how many times I tried. And I was like, okay, so the shirts is not gonna I'm not gonna sell something like this. But I was like, maybe later on in time I can experiment with this medium of art. But I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with what I have right now? And I had thought about making earrings probably a few months earlier. I remember telling some friends, because I love earrings. When I was younger, I used to collect earrings and have like one of those little, um, I don't know if it's like a chest, like a earring organizer. And it was hand painted, and I had so many earrings, and all of them have different meanings and significance to me. But going back to the story about the t-shirts and repurposing all these beads, I was like, you know what if I actually do what I said I was going to do, which is experiment with jewelry making earrings first. And I told a couple of friends, I was like, hey, what are your favorite colors, and like let me know what kind of earrings you want, and I'll make them for you. And then I started making some, and this was probably after we had the quarantine and everything. um I honestly creatively felt like I there was no inspiration for me. I didn't feel like documenting anything. I'm also a contributor to Getty Images, to their Nosotros collection, which is like a Latinx stock imagery collection. And um, I was like, I don't want to document um, what
Mm,
I'm living right now in my home, because
mm,
for personal reasons, I did not feel comfortable doing that. And I was like, I didn't want to create anything. So then when I decided, I was like, you know what? I want to make jewelry, and I'm going to teach myself. So I went on YouTube, my university. I researched, and I tried different ways of making earrings. And I showed some pictures and videos to my friends, and they were like, "You're like, yo, put up your Etsy store." And I
yeah.
was like, "What?" I was like, "Really?" I was like, "You pay for this?" and and then I had a conversation with my younger sister. I was at the table one night, and I was making a bunch of them. I was like, I want to send them out to my friends. And she like walks over, and she was like, ponte a trabajar. She was like, I want 50% of what you're charging. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not charging anybody. And she was like, are you serious?
¿Y
She was
por
like,
qué no?
yeah. She was like, you need to put up your store. She's like, take this seriously. And I was like, And like her, like those little words that she told me, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna put up my store.
I
And
love
that's really how it started. It came out of a failed experiment of something that I wanted to make money with, using my photography, because I was like, I want to see somebody wearing a shirt with my photo. And I feel like obviously I can do that later on in the future, but for some reason I was redirected to like experimenting with earring making, jewelry making, all of that. So
I love it.
that's really where it
So
started.
that's awesome. I love it so much because like what I'm hearing from your story is like you were inspired by something, right? You wanted to explore a different way of creating art. You're already an artist as a photographer, so you wanted to explore something new, and you did, which a lot of people don't do. The amount of things I'm like, oh, I want to try that out. Nunca lo hago, so you already ahead of the game. And then like you pivoted and like community was there to like help you along the way. I love it so much. And so you have a love for earrings. Is there other products that you sell on Chicana York?
Yeah, I sell necklaces. I make custom bracelets and anklets. And actually, a lot of people, they reached out to me because I made a custom, I think it was a custom anklet for someone with the little ojitos, the evil eye bead.
Yeah.
And one of the things I have on my website is intentional adornment. So jewelry for the community and jewelry for the self. Um, I feel like a lot of things that I have seen, like jewelry making, like yes, it's beautiful, but also like, what is it? What is the intention behind like the creation of this? Like I've seen a lot of evil eye jewelry that, and this is specifically like for things that I've seen on Etsy that are made by white women and like these white owned businesses that I'm like, do y'all know like what the significance of that is? Like are, I don't know if I feel comfortable buying like something that's gonna protect me from del mal de ojo from a white woman who has no idea what that means actually. And it's, it's super expensive and like no. Like one of the things for one of my best sellers that there are these like pairs of dangly ojito earrings. Those were bestsellers. I know because people were like, one, a prayer goes into it. Like for whoever buys it, I have it on my website. Like if you're buying a pair, like give me the name of the person so that I can do like this little kind of ritual to pray over them, and also use actual protection oils that I buy from Black Brujas to help protect them because
Yes. She said, we
they're,
are making jewelry, baby. We are being intentional with
yeah,
all the things that we do. I love that. I love that so much.
yes. Because yeah, that's really like, supporting other folks' work and also like using it to help. Um for me, I feel like especially right now, a lot of people, they want to do like readings and like all this stuff. And it's like I don't do that, but I will support folks whose work that I trust. I'm like, and like, help elevate also their work and continue their craft by buying from them and like helping it with my own craft.
That's awesome. And so you touched on this a little bit, but I'm wondering, where do you get some of the motivations or the inspirations for the designs that you make?
I really get the inspirations from different parts of myself and my life. I have a pair of earrings that I made. It was actually a pair of earrings I made for my mother. And, for a while, my mom, she was like, pero ¿por qué tú estás ahí? And like, why are you staying up so late making earrings? Like, he's like, alguien te está pagando? Like, who's paying you? And
Yeah.
I'm like, actually, people are paying me. I was like, people are making orders. And she was like, well, I didn't know you had a business. Why didn't you tell me? I was like, Ma, you literally see me here. I'm here at 3 a.m. I'm like, I'm not doing this for, just for the funsies. Like, you
Funsies.
know, I have people who want these earrings or who want, now necklaces and all of that. And she was like, okay, so she was like, can you teach me how to like make a pair? And I
Oh,
was like, what? And being for me, during the pandemic, I've been here with my family and being with your family for like so many months, like and like really having a lot of arguments, but also like coming together and like
yeah.
talking through issues that we all have with each other.
Yeah.
Um, I had a moment when I got to sit with my mom and I was like teaching her how to do something, and it was like seeing like a I could see the or I could feel like my mom um she was tapping into what she used to love when she was younger. She was like,
Mm.
actually, she was like, I don't know if I ever told you, but I used to try to like make like little joyitas and like also try to sew my own clothes. Um and I was like, what? And I was like, I didn't know that, you know, and I learned so much about my mom just through that little moment of teaching her. But yeah, a lot of the inspiration of like my earrings, like you can see in my descriptions, it says um one of them was the one for my mom is called Teresita earrings, and it's really inspired by that attempt and that effort to reconcile my differences with my mother. And hence I made those earrings for her.
That is, uh, Evelyn, my cold, cold heart is warming up listening to you. That's so beautiful. I love that so much, right? And so again, just like intentional with the things that you're doing and how like so much of this I'm hearing is just like based in community, like from your friends telling you to make the earrings to your sister telling you to start the store just like your friends did, and you know the almost like childlike curiosity of of your parent that wants to learn about what you're doing, and how that brings them back to things that they like to do. Oh, I'm not you get like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't. Okay.
Well, I cried. I cried that day. I was like, and my dad was watching me too. It was so funny because he was watching me teach my mom, and he was like, wow, you're so patient. Like, he's like, you know, you're a good teacher. And I was like,
Ay, Dios mío.
yeah.
I love it so much. And so, where can we find these beautiful ass intentional community driven pieces that you create?
You can find me on Instagram at Chicana York, XICANAYORK, and Facebook.com/Chicana York, and then also on Shopify, Chicana York slash dash jewelry dot myshopify.com.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to feed my addiction now, because like the amount of intention and love and healing also that goes into your work is just so beautiful. I appreciate you sharing part of your story with us, part of your journey with us, and I can't wait to continue to see your business grow.
Thank you so much, Gloria. I appreciate it.
So y'all know, go check out Chicana York across all social media, basically, and their website, where you can find and read more about their the jewelry, the meanings behind it, the intentions behind it. Thank you so much again, Evelyn. We really appreciate your time.